It's turkey time. So as the leaves drop and the temperature falls and America gets ready to have its next tryptophan coma, we're getting set for another great day of football. Now, Thanksgiving has produced a lot of exciting memories for NFL fans. Twice have the Dallas Cowboys put in third-string quarterback and come from behind to win the game. Randy Moss, 3 catches, 3 touchdowns against the Cowboys. Peyton Manning, 6 touchdowns. Lawrence Taylor, 97-yard touchdown return to beat the Lions 13-6. We've had excellent performances from all the greats of Cowboys and Lions past, like Troy Aikman and Barry Sanders, and Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders, and Michael Irvin and Barry Sanders, and Tony Dorsett and Barry Sanders, and Roger Staubach and Barry Sanders, and even Drew Pearson and Barry Sanders. So let's take a look at 3 of the most wacky instances of NFL Thanksgiving. In 1998, the Steelers and Lions were playing a slugfest of field goals and defense. In what would be Barry Sanders' final Thanksgiving game in his final season, he had been held to 33 yards rushing and 20 yards receiving. On the flip side, the Detroit Lions had held Jerome Bettis, the bus, to only 67 yards rushing. Both quarterbacks had thrown a touchdown in the game, but other than that, it was Norm Johnson of the Steelers with 3 field goals and Jason Hanson for the Lions with 3 field goals, leaving the game at a 16-16 tie in regulation. All that was left was a coin flip. And how can that go wrong? So Jerome Bettis, the bus, was set to call the toss. Referee Phil Lockett showed him the coin, heads and tails, flipped it in the air. Now Jerome Bettis called tails, but the referee said he heard heads tails. So he went with the first thing he heard, heads. Now if you listen to the audio, it's very hard to hear anything that sounds like heads, sounds directly like tails, but the call he gave was heads, coin ended up tails, Lions get the ball, kick a field goal, win the game 19-16. First time refs have ever been in any kind of controversy. Luckily, never happened again. Now Mark Sanchez had a promising start to his NFL career. Drafted 5th overall in 2009 by the Jets, led his team to the AFC Championship as a rookie, going into Cincinnati, into San Diego, and then falling short to Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts in Indy. Second year in the league, team goes from 9-7 to 11-5, again the wild card, but this year they beat the reigning AFC champion Indianapolis Colts led by Peyton Manning, followed by the next week beating the division champions led by Tom Brady New England Patriots and falling just 5 points short, 24-19 in the AFC Championship game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Unfortunately for Mark Sanchez, that was the high water mark. The following year, 2011, Jets would fall to 8-8. Year after that, 2012, they would again miss the playoffs. Mark Sanchez would get benched. The year after that, in 2013, he would hurt his shoulder in the preseason, never play for the Jets again. He would miss the entire season from injury, and then later be bounced around 5 different teams in the next 5 years. But there was one moment of infamy that truly cemented Mark Sanchez's legacy in the NFL. The butt fumble. Against his arch rival, the New England Patriots, the Jets were playing a Thanksgiving night game. But they had kept it pretty close. Scoreless first quarter, and only down 7-0 with 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. And then it all just disappeared for them. Now before we can get to the fumble, we have to set the scene. Jets are down 7-0, 10 minutes left in the second quarter. 4th and 1, running back Sean Green goes right up the middle, and it's stopped cold. But he fumbles. On the very next play, Tom Brady does what Tom Brady does. He threw an 80-yard touchdown wheel route to a running back that was being covered by a slow linebacker. Boom. 14-0 now. So New England would kick a touchback. And just 2 plays later, it happened. The call in the huddle was a fullback dive to the right. Mark Sanchez takes the snap and turns left for some reason. What anyone to hand the ball off to? So now, confused and unaware of what to do, he does what every quarterback does in this situation. Improvise. And how does he improvise? He runs right back into the offensive line. Unfortunately for Sanchez, that's where his right guard, Brandon Moore, was. Now Brandon Moore, 305 pounds, was blocking Vince Wilfork, who's about 325 pounds. That's about 635 pounds. A quarterback running into a 630-pound wrestling match is not going to end well, and it didn't for Sanchez. Runs right into the backside of Moore. Ball comes a little bit loose. Moore falls on top of him. Ball pops out. Gets scooped up and scored for a 32-yard touchdown. Now, from 3 plays of scrimmage, the Patriots have scored on offense and defense. Unfortunately for the Jets, their troubles weren't over yet. Kick returner Joe McKnight would get the ensuing kickoff and return it to about the 22-yard line where he would lose it on a fumble, and Julian Edelman would pick it up, run it back for a touchdown, and that made 3 touchdowns in 52 seconds of game time, taking the lead from 7-0 to 28-0. Of course, the team would later boo. They would play the song "It Ain't Over Till It's Over" by Lenny Kravitz at the 2-minute warning, and Fireman Ed would actually retire his entire shtick because he was disgusted by being a Jet fan. And he wouldn't be Fireman Ed again for another 3 years. Sorry, Sanchez. Leon Lett. Leon Lett. I really hope Leon Lett's watching this video. I really hope Leon Lett knows that somebody out there respects what he did for the Cowboys. He was a really good player, but man, he's got 2. He's got 2. That's not good. But today, we're looking at the 1993 Thanksgiving game against the Miami Dolphins. Cowboys were up 14-13. In the ice, in the snow. Pete Stoyanovich was about to kick, and it was blocked. And all Leon Lett had to do was nothing. Just do nothing. And what did Leon Lett do? Something. The absolute worst choice was to do something. But Leon Lett would have the last laugh. 3-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time Pro Bowl. Pretty good career if I do say so myself. Just, if you see the ball rolling around in the snow after a blocked field goal, just don't try to recover it if you're on the kicking team. You don't need to, you don't want to, just don't touch it. Pretend it's lava. So I want to thank y'all for watching, hope you enjoyed it, hope you had a good chuckle. So go out there, have a great Thanksgiving, eat as much as you can, tell everyone you're thankful for them, and get ready to watch some amazing football. Like and subscribe for more content on music, life, and sports. Follow me at B_Rowen on Instagram, and I will see you in the next one. B-Row out. They're doing the emergency test broadcast. Just gotta wait.